Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video from me. So in today's video I thought I would show you my updated sort of video game bookcase, video game display. Apologies if you hear any background noises, I say this almost every video, but that is my bunny rabbit in the background. I already did a video like this last year, I think probably January last year, so it's been a while, and I have updated the shelves a little bit, so I thought I would do an updated video for you. And just before we get on, this isn't my complete video game collection. So I do have video games in other places scattered about the house. So I will show you the video game sort of bookcase setup. This is in my front room. And at the very end of the video, I will quickly show you where all of my other video games are located. So let's start here. As you can see, we have my original PlayStation 2. And this is my husband's Pokemon figures. This is obviously the top of the shelf, so I'll show you this. Moving on, we have my Spyro Funko Pops and some Zelda stuff at the top and Mario. And then moving across, we have my Harvest Moon Lego, Julian's birthday party, that's the only one I currently have. We have some Yarnies from Unravel 2, and we have our starter Pokemon for Sun and Moon. And then these are not video game related, but it's my miscellaneous Funko Pops. So you have Maleficent, Dottie from A League of Their Own, Scooby-Doo, Misty Day from American Horror Story Coven, that's my favourite American Horror Story character, to nobody's surprise, Buttercup from The Princess Bride, and finally Lydia from Beetlejuice. So that is sort of the top. I'll just sort of do a little zoom out for you. So here is my PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. As you can see, there's not many PS1 games there. I do have some more PS1 games, but they are in different sections. So an example I'll show you at the end of the video is all of my Harry Potter games are in one location, so that's why you don't see them here. But we do have, next to Ark the Lad there on the left is a tiny case with 40 Winks in it. I don't unfortunately have the case. And then you see Gauntlet Legends there, and next to that in a tiny case is SOCOM, a PlayStation 2 game that I unfortunately don't have the case for. And then just on top, if I can grab this, we have this old PlayStation 1 sort of booklet that you put your loose games in. But that has unfortunately broken. So anyway, moving on, you'll have seen most of these games before if you've been watching my channel. I have put them in alphabetical order for the most part, but that is a large portion of my PlayStation 2 collection. And I did show this in an Etsy video last year, but we also have this keychain for one of my favourite games, Pirates: The Legend of Black Cat. So then moving down onto the second shelf, we have the end of my PlayStation 2 collection, at least for this bookcase. It's more sort of miscellaneous games. And then moving on to my PlayStation 3 collection, my PlayStation 4 collection, which is quite small, and finally 2 PS5 games there at the very end. Hogwarts Legacy actually doesn't belong there, but it's there for now. Moving down onto the third shelf now, we've been doing some work in the house, so this is quite dusty. As you can see, I do need to dust this. But we have my very small Xbox collection. This camera does not want to focus. So that's my original Xbox collection. Then we have Xbox 360 and finally Xbox One. And the rabbit's decided she wants to come and say hello. There she is. So this is the bottom shelf, as you can see. We don't use it because we have a very destructive bunny. And this is where she likes to sit. So I don't use my bottom shelves because this one would eat everything. So we're back up at the top now on this shelf. We have all of my Mystery Case Files PC games and then some more miscellaneous PC games. We also have my reading glasses and some bookmarks. I don't wear them as often as I should. I really, really need to. But yeah, this is sort of my small PC collection. And then moving down again, this is most of my video game related books. So you can see some strategy guides. I've done many, many videos on this channel looking at these more in depth. So please check those out if you would like to. There's also the Bratz Rock Angels CD there. Then we have a PlayStation 2 magazine and the poster that I've never opened for Tears of the Kingdom. That came as a pre-order with the game. Moving down again, not much to see here. We have a couple of boxes and my Nintendo Switch. Then moving across again, this is some Game Boy Advance games, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, and a little bit of Wii. So we have our 2 3DSs there. My husband's is the Pokemon exclusive XL. Like I say, I've done many, many videos on these before. I also have my loose bits here. This has changed quite a bit because I have sold a fair few. And I also have an Animal Crossing Wolfgang figure here. Then moving down again, you can see my Game Boy Color in the back there. We have some more Wii games, some Switch games. Unfortunately, it's quite dark down here, I do apologise. Then we have my KK Slider figure. And again, if you watched my Etsy video, then you will have seen some of these. It's some video game stickers that I haven't figured out where to put yet. Moving down from there, we have some more Switch games and my Game Boy Advance. Moving back across, this is my Tomb Raider section. So this is everything I own, minus a t-shirt to do with Tomb Raider. And I also have a Lara Croft doll, but she's naked. I don't have her clothes, I've had her for years. So she is hidden away because I don't really want a Lara in her underwear sat on the shelves. And I have done videos in depth on these, so if you'd like to check that out, then please feel free to. Then we have the final shelf here, which is, of course, my Draken collection. Very small, but I absolutely love it. Draken is my favourite game of all time, Draken the Ancient Gates specifically, but of course there is Draken Order of the Flame as well. And once again, I actually have a playlist on my channel that's all of my Draken videos if you want to see some of these more in depth, especially what's in that box, because I'm not going to be talking about that today. But if you've watched my channel before, you'll know what's in that box. I've also done a flip through of the comic, of the magazine, lots and lots of things. So if you are interested, please check that Draken playlist out. And finally, excuse the cardboard boxes, because that's where my rabbit sits. We have these two drawers, which are full of things like controllers for the Wii, controllers for everything else, memory cards, some little peripherals, all that kind of thing, paperwork. So that's where that's stored. So this is a full view of it. Again, excusing the bottom three shelves there with my bunny's seating arrangements. And that is my video game collection for the most part, but I will quickly show you some other things before we end off. So over here we have all of my Batman games. You can see Gotham Knights at the top there, and my camera does not like me today. And you can see obviously the Arkham game series, etc, etc. So we are moving a lot of things around at the moment, so apologies I can't show you a lot, but this is my Buffy the Vampire Slayer collection, and if I zoom in, you can see my Buffy games there. Similarly, this is where my Pirates of the Caribbean stuff is stored, so behind him is some Pirates of the Caribbean games, and some here. Again, not to harp on, but a lot of these have been shown in more depth in other videos. So it's very, very dark here, but this is my couple of Game of Thrones video games with the Game of Thrones collection. And finally, here are all my Harry Potter video games. Again, I've done plenty of videos on these on the channel, including my video game merchandise for Harry Potter. And that's sort of how they look on the shelf upstairs. That's pretty much all of my video games. The only two you haven't seen today are The Tudors PC game and a Peaky Blinders game for the PS4, because I haven't sorted those sections yet. So that concludes my video game bookshelf or bookshelves tour. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this kind of thing. And until next time, bye Embers.